going to do an ASMR ramble, maybe about my day, but it's probably going to go to other places as well. I might talk about a movie that I recently saw. I could start off actually with something similar. I asked for movie recommendations from you guys on maybe not my previous, but maybe 2 or 3 ASMR videos ago about if there's any movies, and someone recommended a series called Baby Reindeer. I have been watching that. I'm halfway through episode 3. I stopped that one halfway because I was falling asleep, and the guy was basically getting raped in the ass, which was unsettling before bed. But I mean, it's a decent series. Thanks for recommending it. I've also seen a Clint Eastwood movie, and there was that one that's the black and white Swedish movie with Death playing chess. Someone recommended that. I saw that as well, and that was good. So thanks for all the recommendations. I'll start the video there. Now about my day. I did 9 to 5 at one of my jobs, and it was kind of a slow day. I don't like 9 to 5s. I don't think anyone does. And I think the reason why most people don't like them is because of how boring they can get. And that just shows you how inefficient this whole thing is. If I get a little bit political about this work things, this division of labor and all that kind of stuff. But that aside, there was a little bit of stuff to do here and there. I got busy doing a couple things, and I was talking to a lady that works there kind of part-time. She used to work there a lot more than she works now. Caught up with her. There was, not today, but 2 days ago, I saw a guy that I went to elementary school with, or middle school, or high school, like all schools, so I guess just throughout everything school. And I never really had a problem with this guy, and if he sees this video, he's gonna be like, this guy's an idiot whispering on the internet, and he's gonna double down on the ha-has. But he basically seemed to have the energy of, you're a janitor now, towards me, and I didn't really play into it, and I didn't feed into it. I kind of just ignored that, and I talked to him a little bit, and it seemed like when I started having a conversation with him, he just completely pulled out and left, because he wasn't interested or looking for a conversation. He was looking to just kind of poke at me a bit, and he saw that I didn't care, and I was actually just trying to talk to him like a person, and he wasn't into that. He just wanted to do a quick ha-ha, but it didn't work, and I don't really care about that, because work is work. You gotta feed yourself, you gotta get out in the community. I think that's so important. Like, even if you're part-time and you're not a full-timer, just to get out into the community and to try to do a little bit of good and to hold a place in the community, it's very important. And I think there's a lot of people that would love to have my job. Like, if you went across the world, there's people that would love my job. There's probably over 1 billion people, like 2-3 billion people that would probably take that job. So I think the kind of thing is more of a reflection on himself, and maybe he's not happy, or maybe he's extremely happy, and what makes him happy is kind of that hierarchy of ha-haing the janitor. And if that's him, like, I mean, I don't believe in any karma for him. I don't think he'll learn ever at that point in his life, and I don't know if I've even learned that, because I'm not saying like I'm a good guy either. I'm just lower in the ladder this, but some days I'm fine with it, some days I'm not. Some days I'm thinking of ways to get out, but I'm so clutter-minded a lot of the time, I can't figure out which way to go, and that's my own problem, and I'm not going to try to pursue that in this video. I'm trying to be a bit more relaxing. Obviously it's an ASMR video, but anyways, my other job, I don't know if that lawnmower is going to really start next time I use it, which, full disclosure, I didn't do anything to it, and it is a problem mower. My employer knows that. It's been in and out of the shop many times. It's old, it's slow, they call it the tank. Had a little bit of black smoke coming out of it though, and I had to adjust the throttle, and I had to kind of lower the settings of speed, and I don't know how much longer that thing's even going to be operational. Oh, come on. I hope that wasn't loud. If that's loud, I'm probably not even going to edit this video. I'm probably just, well, I guess, actually, yeah, if that was loud, and you're just retuning back in, there's a click out in the video, then I cut the part of the mic falling out. But if that's not the case and I just let it run, then ignore that, because you saw the mic fall, and I should probably just tighten these things. I don't know if that's annoying or if you can hear that or not. I'm probably not going to do a very long ASMR video today, because I kind of just want to chill, and maybe I will watch an ASMR video. I don't know. I don't effing know anymore, dudes. I do not know what I am doing and or talking about. So, I have the next 2 days off, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know if I want to post this on Saturday or if I'll post it on Sunday. So if I'm posting this on Sunday and I'm saying I have the next 2 days off, and the next 2 days off are a Monday and a Tuesday, and I'm telling you that they're Saturday and Sunday, they might not make sense. But I'm telling you now to clarify. Sometimes I cue these videos into the future, so then I can go and do some other stuff, and another video is going to come out by itself, and I don't got to worry too much about it. But yeah, there's a dog show in town. I will tell you about the dog show in town. Dog show. Dog show. They're showing the dogs. Showing the dogs at the dog show. I will go to the dog show tomorrow. That is my plan. And it might rain. It might smell like wet dog, because there'll be many dogs in the rain at the dog show. Dog. I want a dog. Fuck. I want a dog more than anything right now. I need a dog. I was thinking about getting a cat, because they're easier with your schedules. You don't need to be always hiking them around for exercise, and you don't need to really look after them as much. And I don't want to say that like giving the impression I'm neglecting animals, but a cat kind of does its own thing, so I've been told. But I think they also can be destructive, and I don't really want them pooping in my place. I don't like the litter box thing, and I know a lot of you people watching this are going to be cat people, and you're going to have cats, but I would want an outdoor cat if I had a cat, and that wouldn't make sense because I don't have any way to bring them in and out of my apartment. But anyways, that's pretty well all I have for right now. I might end this in like a minute or two. My mom's birthday is soon. It's been hot and dry. Yeah, I'm gonna watch some of that show now, and I'm going to stop this video and sign off of my computer, and I hope everyone's having a good day. Hopefully you're not too stressed and you're going to have a nice day today or tomorrow or whatever time it is there. And yeah, I wish everyone the best. Stay in there, stay in the game. Swim, don't sink. Peace out. Hello, people. So I'm gonna whisper a little bit. I'm also gonna do soft-spoken and a little bit of talking, probably. We'll see where it goes. I don't usually watch Netflix, but I did yesterday, and it was a movie I've seen probably at least 5 times, but I don't think ever as an adult. I think only as a kid or a teenager. I don't think ever as an adult. Jim Carrey in The Mask. Now, when you watch this as an adult, or if you watch anything as an adult that you watched as a kid and you rewatch it when you're older and grown, you pick up a lot of things you wouldn't have picked up before. And The Mask is a very cartoonish, childish movie. You wouldn't have thought that there's a lot going on, and maybe there isn't, because it's in your face. Jim Carrey's always over the top, so it's definitely broadcasted quite loudly what the movie's about. But yeah, I didn't pick up on it when I was a kid. I just thought, kooky guy gets a mask. It's cartoonish. But it's definitely about somebody incorporating a persona into their life. And I view everyone, like the psychologist says, everyone wears a mask. And I feel if you don't, people won't like you, but you'll be a very real person, and real people aren't really like that. I know people on the spectrum, they get really worn out from wearing the mask of this persona when they go out and they put on this mask. Whether it's at school, with their family, friends, work, wherever. I'm sure it burns out everybody, but people with autism would get burned out faster in this regard. So, you'd think maybe you don't wear the mask at all, and people will accept you. I don't know about that. And to go a little bit further, I don't know. Well, I've been listening to Slavoy, Zizek, and to quote him, I don't want to sound like I invented this, but it's something I've been thinking about. He said a quote, and I'm paraphrasing, that if you look within, all you find is shit. It's kind of brutal, but the way I take that and apply it to the mask, if you can do this, is not to expose your true self. When you're out, you need to mask and have a persona in public. I think it could also go into what Jordan Peterson was saying about incorporating the shadow. I saw the movie almost in parallel with the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix. Except one was falling down and one was rising up. The Mask was a shy man, a nice guy, finding his confidence in the world and rising up, where the Joker was someone who finally accepted, well, I guess the Joker's more about falling down, and the stair scene was him accepting that he's going insane and that he wasn't going to be elevated to the hero status, and he basically gave up in life. But it was both transformations. It was both the use of mask. One was a mask, one was face paint. And I saw some similarities in that, where they transformed into this alter ego or persona throughout the film. So I saw that, I guess, almost a mirror image of each other, which was interesting. Jim Carrey was probably the biggest name you could say in the 90s, the early 90s, at least in comedy and movies. And I think The Mask is probably The Mask, Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber is such a fucking classic. And what's the other big one? Ace Ventura would probably be the best ones. There's a lot. A lot of people don't like The Cable Guy. I like The Cable Guy. The number 23, I saw that. That was one I didn't like. But I guess to talk about Dumb and Dumber for a second. The second one with the actors that wasn't Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, that one was pretty good. But then the sequel using Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, the one that came out in like 2015, I would guess. That's a guess. Wasn't good at all, man. Maybe I'm harsh on that, but I haven't seen it in probably since it came out. But the thing with sequels is you can't recapture something that was captured the first time. It's very hard to do. I think the only sequel that was good was Terminator 2 with Schwarzenegger. But Dumb and Dumber, the original, was a classic. And I mean, it's kind of like Dumb and Dumber in that other movie, I forget what it's called, but they're so relevant. Like, you think they're stupid, but it's like, well, they are, but that's also like two average guys. Like, they're stupid, but they're stupid average almost, except for the bird's head falling off. That's ridiculous, and a few other things that are funny. But they're thrown into that, like, wild, get the money, the ransom money chase, and they go to Colorado, Aspen, or wherever, to find that chick that turns out to be married, and then gets shot down at the end. It's pretty funny. If you haven't seen that, you're probably under 20, and I recommend it to you. I don't think anyone under 20 watches this. Mostly it's people 30 and up. I think in the shorts, most people who watch my Ninja shorts are actually in the 65 and up category, like seniors, which is cool. I like seniors. I talk to a lot of seniors. Seniors come up to me a lot. I don't know if that's the same as everyone gets, but senior, maybe where I live, like the town I live in has more seniors. Maybe that's what it has to do with. Some seniors look at me like, I don't want to talk to that guy, but maybe 80% of the time, seniors come up to me and they talk to me. The women, not so much the men. The men are like, hey, like, no, like, just hey, but like grandmas, like, come up and talk to me a lot. I don't know how I brought that up. I have an ingrown hair somewhere here. It just fucking hurts, man. I tried to pick it out, but I ended up ripping the hair, and then it went back in, so now it's even worse. And it's like fucking swelling up. So I have like this fucking hair that's all underneath my skin, welting up and driving me crazy. Dishwasher. Stainless steel LG dishwasher at the end of the month. It's on order. Boom. 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 You know what I mean? That's gonna make my life easier. At least a little bit. You still gotta rinse them. I mean, it's like a rinsing machine. Alright, you gotta scrub and rinse them, take the food off anyway. So I mean, it's like, it takes away maybe half the work. But most of what I'm concerned about is the drying cycle. Because if they can dry it, then that eliminates all need of drying, and that's a big deal in itself. Boy. I got my forklift certification. I got a few other certifications. Boy. I did those online. I have my scissor lift certification already. So I got these certifications now. So I feel pretty cool about that. I took out the cabinet to put in the dishwasher. The dishwasher hasn't come yet, as you know, I just said. But I took out the cabinet and I did the plumbing. And I cut some wood out of the bottom piece. It's all good to go. So that's an accomplishment. It feels good to be doing stuff. I had a really long hike yesterday. I had a shorter hike today. I haven't had a cigar in about a week, which is good. I gotta clear my lungs out. I'm coughing all the time, man. And it was such crappy timing because I ordered a bunch and they just got here. And this is like, I'm gonna stop for a week or maybe even a month to get my lungs cleared out. I have one of these cigars that's 7 inches long, man. Fucking crazy. Anyways, I have some zines too, those pouches. I don't know why I'm getting into nicotine so much recently. I find I've never been able to really get addicted to it. What I've always done is I've got some kind of bug in me where every like 2 years or so I have this nicotine binge that I go on and I just smoke and smoke. And I use the zines now, and it usually only lasts for a month, maybe 2, and then it goes away for another like 2 years. It's weird, but I have this thing where like every like 2 years or so I go on this 1 or 2 month nicotine smoking binge. It's strange, but it's been ongoing for like 12 years now. You could say that that's addiction, but it's not, because you go with 2-year breaks, and then you only go for like a month or 2 months. So it's not an addiction, it's just some kind of, I don't know, maybe like my brain knows that nicotine does something, and I'm like lacking specifically every like 2 years in something that nicotine can provide, and I just do it. It's usually when I'm going through a lot of stress that I'm just like that is maybe a little bit of like addiction, but it's drawn out over such a long period with extended time not using it that I can't really justify calling it an addiction. Like it's casual cigar smoker sometimes, basically. Didn't rain today, but it was really cloudy. It's rained all week, which is, I don't know if this ain't April showers for Mayflowers, or if it's Mayflower. Yeah, it is. April showers for Mayflowers. So I guess April is the rainy month. So it probably should have rained more. It's drier than usual, maybe. And I'm just getting pissed off because I see the rain every now and again. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. But, yeah. That was my day, basically. I had some pierogies. And I guess I'm gonna wrap this video up in a couple minutes. Just leave you with an update about the channel. I'm not sure if the ASMR whispering videos are going to be successful or not. If they are, I'll do more. If they're not, I won't. I might experiment with like cutting construction paper or crinkling paper bags if people have a general interest in ASMR on this channel. I'd want to film more creeks and do like creek sounds and waterfall sounds, which I have in abundance on this channel, but no one really seems to be interested in them. I think it must have something to do with the algorithm, because there are channels that have millions of views on similar content, and mine aren't of inferior quality. They're decent. I have up to 4-hour soundtracks of rain sounds. I have some that have like ambient AI videos of like a cabin with the smoke coming out of the chimney. I have Christmas playlist, but that's not relevant to this. And then I have obviously the shorts, and then the videos of creeks and rivers and even the Pacific Ocean, well, a couple of them, which are definitely, to me at least, more relaxing than the ASMR rambles, but to each their preference. So I'm going to leave it here. I think I might shoot one more video tonight, just like talking normally and maybe about something else than ASMR. Hopefully, if you're using this to fall asleep, you're asleep, because I know that's what most people use these for. So hopefully you're asleep by now, and if not, watch some more if that's how you fall asleep. And hopefully I didn't bore you too much, or actually maybe I didn't bore you enough if you're still awake. Hopefully I didn't cringe out on anything. I think my intellectual critiques of the Mask movie might have been cringe at points, but I mean, maybe not. I don't know. But so I talked about autism and the Mask and Jim Carrey and the Dishwasher, and yeah, I'll leave it here. Anyways, good night, guys.